Okay, I read your piece in which you were saying banditry, the war against banditry cannot be won on the battlefield. Well, what is new in that suggestion? Because what even the state, the Nigerian state, the various security agencies have been saying, is that the security framework for tackling banditry and insurgency is through kinetic and non-kinetic methods. And what you were suggesting about fighting poverty, illiteracy, tackling the problems at the local levels, these are some of the same things that the security agencies talk about. But what are your concerns?
Right, good. So there are new converts to the non-kinetic. Remember President Muhammadu Buhari, throughout his disastrous 8 years, all he was talking about was go fight them, kill them, teach them the language they understand, and bomb and kill. And throughout the 8 years, from his military leadership to the national security advisor, they were going to fight. Well, they fought the fight for 8 years. Where are we today? And what I said is we now have new military leadership. And we do not see new plans to do anything differently from what President Muhammad Buhari did 8 years ago.
Well, which is more or less the same position.
I said it consistently.
Yes, which is more or less.
I said it consistently. And now the leadership, good.
Please go ahead.
And now the presidency and the military, they are coming to the realization that banditry cannot be won on the battlefield. Cannot. We are devoting a lot of time and money and resources on buying Tucano jets, on buying bombs, instead of fighting poverty, fighting the drivers of insecurity. We have invested a lot of money. We have not invested time in even understanding why we have all these conflicts. IPOB issues can never be solved on the battlefield. Neither can banditry. I know I've invested this much time. We have presented to service chiefs, and they know, even in their heart of heart, they know. Fellow Nigerians, the military know. The military is overstretched in all 36 states of the Federation. All. They are deployed there. Well, we don't have enough boots on the ground. I want Nigerians to think. Look at what's happening in Plateau. The massacre in Plateau, the Christmas Eve massacre, and the continuing killings in Plateau. Do we honestly think the military can bring peace to our societies? No. The military's role is to provide an enabling environment for peace. The military cannot bring peace between peoples. It is people who will bring peace to themselves. All the military does when it goes is to put out the flame. The embers are there, and it's not the job of the military to bring peace. We are putting the military in a situation it cannot win. The military did not bring banditry. The military did not bring Boko Haram or IPOB issues. These messes were brought by politicians. The military is brought in to clean up after their mess. The military is chewing more than it can swallow. Is doing enough, is doing a lot. You train a soldier now from depot, he's straight sent to the battlefield. Many have never seen barracks. Are we going to continue this if we do not have honest conversation amongst ourselves? This will be a forever war. We know that it's affecting the Northwest, the North Central, now it's going to the Northeast. Banditry is different from IPOB, is different from the Northeast, from Boko Haram. We are raising our voices because it is our people, because we know we must tell our people to have an honest conversation. The military cannot bring peace to our communities, only us. People are fighting. There are civil wars going around all across the north between the Hausas and the Fulanis, Hausas and Thieves, Hausas and the Katabs, Hausas and the Magaville, all across. We expect the military to bring peace? No. Where are our elders? Where are our traditional rulers? Where are our clerics that sold Muslim ticket? Where is everybody? Where are our elders? It is us that will bring peace. The military provides an enabling environment. They are doing a heck of a job. They are taking hit. They are losing men and women on the battlefield. And we must step back and demilitarize this conflict.
Okay,
that's what
Prof.
I said. And I'm glad the government is coming around.
Prof, well, you
ahead.
started the piece by calling for a honest conversation about the problem of insecurity. And it's good you mentioned President Buhari. But you have, in that piece, also accused President Tinubu of not, in fact, being interested in dealing with banditry or any insecurity. That is, that he has a hidden agenda, which is to put his tribesmen in charge of ministries, departments, and agencies, and ultimately relocate the Federal Capital Territory to Lagos. Well, the government has said that there's no such plan. Can you defend that conspiracy theory, that allegation?
It's not an allegation. Fellow Nigerians, we have seen it in all ministries, departments, and agencies that control money and disburse money. It is people from his part of the country. This is not an allegation, this is facts. And without talking to Nigerians, the presidency remained tight-lipped. When the CBN said they are transferring 5 critical departments to Lagos, and Honorable Minister Festus Keyamo said he was going to transfer FAN to Lagos. What reasons did they give? Well, the central bank gave the reason of congestion and logistics and this. Fellow Nigerians, we've been to school. We are old enough to tease out the truth from fiction. Lagos, federal capital was moved from Lagos to Abuja because of congestion. So then tell me you're going back to Lagos because there's congestion in Abuja. Well, there is insecurity in Abuja. That's one of the reasons we're going back to Lagos. Hello, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you are the President and Commander-in-Chief. Security should not make you run away. Because the government is not talking to Nigerians. There is so much mistrust of government that there are a lot of speculations. Why is there mistrust? Because this government has put our people through difficulties since it's come. And you're not talking to people, and you're doing all these things. The interpretation, and the president needs to listen. These are things that his advisors will not tell him. The speculations here is that he's moving these critical agencies back to Lagos, testing the grounds. That he wants to eventually move the federal capital to Lagos. And there are speculations he's fixing Dodan Barracks to move to Lagos. Mr. President, listen to what people are saying. Do not dismiss what people are saying. Don't let your advisors come and tell you, forget them, dismiss them. You are a politician in your heart of heart. You know that. You don't want to do that. Well, the federal capital was moved from Lagos to Abuja based on a law. You cannot start moving things. The excuses you are given, lame excuses, unacceptable. The central bank sounds to me like, a candidate coming in for an exam, unprepared. But he starts saying, put on the AC, put on this, put on this. The primary responsibility of the central bank is to make our economy better. Has it since they've come?
Well,
where is the Naira today?
Well, it may be
Inflation
difficult.
is double digit, 28%.
It may be difficult.
Is moving to Lagos going to change all of this? The primary responsibility of security all this time has been the governors. Even during President Muhammadu Buhari, I've never been shy in calling out the governors. They are the ones responsible for all the drivers that brought this insecurity. The out-of-school children, the poverty, the drug abuse, the increasing hopelessness in the state. It's not the president that builds schools. It's not the president that builds hospitals. It's not the president that provides employment in the state. So the main drivers of insecurity in the north are in the hands of the governors. And they know that. They've not done a good job since democracy came. And I've never been shy about calling them out. And they know themselves. The sad thing in northern Nigeria, the governors, no two governors are talking between themselves to see how they will bring this problem to an end. What they are doing lately, a few of them are doing lately, is to create state militias. Well, and I raise this concern. The problem with this state militia, there is not a state in this country, including the super rich Lagos and Rivers State, that can have and that can fund a sustainable security outfit to tackle insecurity. Well, you create this militia. Essentially what you're doing, you are going to worsen insecurity because you are increasingly militarizing the conflict we want demilitarized. Number two, you are essentially creating a militia that will intimidate your political rivals. And number three, this state militias, a time will come when they will be stronger than the police or even the military. Okay. It is and these state militias are brought about because of the failings of the federal government. We don't have enough soldiers, we don't have enough policemen in the states. That is why we are calling. It's time now to have state police.
Okay, do you think...
Funded by the federal government, trained by the federal government. Go ahead.
Do you think that the creation of state police, which some Nigerians have been asking for, do you think it will solve the problem and empower the state governors?
It will. We don't have police in many states. In many local governments, you have 1 or 2 or 3 policemen to guard 100 villages. We need more policing. Essentially, what the military is doing is internal policing. It's internal policing. When we were young, when we were in the university, all the strikes, if there is a strike or there is a problem and mobile police comes into town, all the bad guys set up. The mobile police was an elite wing of the Nigerian police that was doing well. But now where are they? They are guarding big orgas. We need state police to help police our localities and send our military back to the barracks. What they are doing in Plateau, in Mangu, is the job of the police. In southern Kaduna, in Zamfara, they are all involved in internal policing. This is not the responsibility of the military. It's not. Okay. So state police will help a great deal in policing our communities and allow the military to go back to barracks.
Insecurity is being phrased as an ethnic Fulani problem, whereas it's a national problem. Well, what exactly do you mean by that? And you said, look, the northern elite, that part of the problem is the Muslim ticket in the 2023 general election. And that the elites, traditional rulers, should be involved, religious leaders, in finding a solution. These same elites who are the source of the problem anyway, you still trust the Nigerian elite?
Yeah, and I'm part of the elite. Elite, if you would permit me. I mean, we that have benefited from a better Nigeria, can we afford to stay aloof? The state of our nation, the state of our communities, we are quiet. You finish your minister, you finish your presidency, you finish your service chief, you cannot go back to your ancestral home and spend the weekend. You can't. So we have a problem that all of us must be involved in. And about the ethnicization of banditry, I said that essentially because there are some, federal government is involved in some dialogues, many agencies are involved in dialogues in Zamfara and all over, and they are paying more attention to the Fulanis. That was what I said. Banditry is a national problem, not an ethnic Fulani problem. If you concentrate only on Fulanis, how can you solve problem of banditry in Zamfara, Katsina, Kaduna without involving Hausa people, or in Benue State without engaging thieves, or in Niger without engaging Gwaris and Nupes, or in the Plateau? So you're concentrating more on Fulanis? No, it's not a Fulani issue. Every stakeholder, regardless of his ethnic group, all over the country, must be involved, must be reached out to. We have seen the problem in Zamfara where the military used to go and build wells and clinics for Fulanis, and the local says, why? These people are coming from the forest? killing us, and you're paying more attention to them. That is what I'm telling the current administration. Do not ethnicize banditry. It's a national problem, not a Fulani problem. Involve everybody in all you do. If not, it will not succeed. Well, that was the point I'm making. Okay. Traditional rulers and clerics are very, very, very vital to solving this problem. Problems are local. Solutions must be found locally. Banditry cannot be solved from Abuja. It is us. It is communities that must be involved to solve their problem.